Okay, so boom. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Drew, joined with Cornell.
Yo, yo, yo.
So we're gonna do a little Q&A.
All right. I always have fun with that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I think that these are pretty good. You know, sometimes, like, this is just how my brain works. Like, sometimes I'll just be doing something. I just have a question. I just, like, write it down, you know?
Yeah.
Like, all these questions are authentically from me. Like, I'm not going online and finding none of these. Because I just got to know.
Okay.
Okay, so boom. Would you have sex with a midget? Oh, shit. I don't think that's the correct term. Little person?
Little person.
Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
below, like...
4 feet? 3 foot?
I think the cutoff is like 4'10".
4'10"? No way.
I think so.
5. What's the average height of a female?
I think
5 feet?
5'5".
5'5". So 4. Okay, 4'10".
4'10" is pretty damn short.
4'10" is short. Yeah.
Yes. My man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're on the same wavelength. It's
What can you say?
I don't know. The visual men. We're pretty visual. You know, I can admit I'm a pretty visual. Not to the point where I'm vain, but you know,
Right.
if I see something interesting, I see something that I'm gonna go after it.
Right.
And that's always been something that's, you know, seemed interesting to me. Just
The dynamic.
the
you think?
dynamic, yeah. Because you know, I'm 5'10", 5'11", depending on who you ask, and and to have that ratio is just like, okay, let's see how this works out, you know?
Yeah. It's funny because, like, for instance, like, I'm 6'3", right?
Uh-huh.
So for me, a girl who's like 5'5", 5'4", which is average height,
Right.
I'm already getting that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
already
already
getting
there.
that midget experience, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it's difficult for me to even contemplate having an actual midget, having an actual little person. And I thought about this question because this nasty motherfucker on my Instagram, he always posts, I'm not gonna out him out, but he always posts these little girls.
Right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
Not
Midgets.
You know,
I don't know what the correct I'm just gonna say midget, okay? Because that's what I was growing up with.
Yeah, that's how I know it.
Okay, so you know he posts these midget women, and I'm like, dude, why are you doing this? Because some of them are bad.
Because and then see that's the thing. We wouldn't expect.
Like, why are you putting this in my head, bro?
Yeah, if it's in hit, you know what to say. In order to, when you have a song stuck in your head, get it stuck in somebody else's.
Oh my!
So
God.
I guess that train
somebody
of thought,
gave it to him.
Somebody
and
gave
now
it to
he's like,
him, and it's stuck in his head. So now
Yeah.
he's trying to get it out there, so it can, you know, and
yeah. He's like, my fantasy is your fantasy.
Yeah, like you said, some of them are bad, and it's
That's my problem because, like,
Hey.
because I think when I was growing up, right? When I was growing up, we had what was that show? Remember Little People Big Heart, or Little People? It was like that show on like Hallmark Channel or something, or like
Little
TLC,
something Big City or whatever,
something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But like none of them were bad. Like I didn't know bad midgets existed.
Right.
Until my friend started posting them on his Instagram, and now I'm aware that there are bad midgets out there.
That kind of opens your spectrum to be like, okay, if I came across one in a night, yeah.
I don't want, because that's not something that I had in my head at first.
But now that
now
it's
it
there,
is.
it's like, yeah.
I think I might. If the
might-
opportunity and the right one presented itself.
Yes.
But I'm not going to go out of my way.
No, I'm not actively pursuing it.
I'm not going.
But should the situation arise,
and the right little one rise
to the occasion, yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page on that one.
Yeah.
I did feel guilty about it, especially because of my height, but.
No, what do you think they're thinking?
Right.
They're like, I'm going to climb that mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Listen, the same goes in the opposite spectrum for me too, because
it's not just me, it's them too.
Yeah, it's them too. But as far as, like, let's say tall women, Amazonian.
Yeah.
You know, there was when I was in college. There was this. She was 6'11".
She like them short kings, huh?
She stride. She had a stride when she didn't walk. The span was like woo. She just glided across the room literally, and I was like, damn. And I wonder. I shot my shot. Got turned down.
Yeah.
But hey, if it would have happened, hey, I scratch that off the list.
Must be it must be hard to be a tall girl, you know what I mean? Sometimes. It must be hard if you want to have that dynamic of having a taller guy.
Right. Because she was how much taller?
Right.
You got to go to the NBA.
Damn near.
Yeah.
Shit. This is dark, but do you think that suicide should be legal? Like, do you think that euthanasia? I think that's the word for it.
Yes.
You do.
Yes, I
agree. By the way, I just want to hear why you think so.
Be legal in a medical sense.
Yeah.
Well, my job, I do life insurance, and part of some of the packages I do this thing called terminal illness rider. So what that means is if you were to come down with something crazy like brain cancer, or or any type of development where you would pass in the next 12 months, you have the ability to use the money on the life insurance, without penalty, a certain portion of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that I can see. You don't have to wait till you die for the money to be available. You know you're going to die soon. Here's your money. You've been paying for it. It's in the life insurance. So I think in the same way, if the medical diagnosis comes down and it says, listen, man, you got 6 months, you got 8 months, you got under a year, you know? If your year is filled with pain,
cut it short.
And suffering, do I want to wait that year? Do I want to wait that 8 months?
Right.
If I have the cognitive ability to still make decisions, right? If Chase is still going to charge me next month for that bill, I'm still in a position.
Wasting time, wasting money.
Right. Listen, man. So put me on the list. I want to get out of here.
What about if you're just like clinically depressed and you hate your life?
On that note, no.
But that's what I mean, though. Like, that's what I mean. Like I don't mean terminal illness. I'm talking about also people who are like, hey, my life has no meaning. I want to go out on my own terms. I have a micro penis and I just want to go.
Go. I understand that suffering is just meant. No.
What suffering? Like,
listen.
What are we talking about here?
There's different categories where, like I said, when it comes medically, but when you bring up depression and you just want to check out,
right?
Then it would be hard on the person. I think it would be hard on the person administering that, because we would have to have a cutoff point. And why are we ignoring depression? All right, that's also you could have a clinical diagnosis of depression.
Right.
So, but it's still within the medical field. It's not like
right. So, but like, okay. So for instance, right? Say somebody's like, oh, I'm depressed, and in order to solve my problem, I need to I need to be euthanized, right? But what if somebody were like, I don't get why that's a problem. But like, if somebody's like, I'm depressed because I think like I'm in the wrong body or something, and we're like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And it's like a medical procedure, right? Get my balls chopped off or whatever, you know? But we don't cure the depression. We just chop the balls off. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so why is it that like you can chop the balls off, but you can't get euthanized? Or like my body, my choice, right? So why is it that you can have an abortion, but you can't euthanize yourself as a consenting adult?
Yourself.
Right.
Because we don't. I think if we change the title to aborting myself, self-abortion, then yeah, or late stage abortion.
Right.
Extreme.
This is just a very late.
Yeah, very late stage abortion, and then it's like, okay, then it's cool because your body, your choice.
I'm still a clump of cells. I just have more cells now.
I just have more cells, And my thing is, I should, if you're in a mental state that you can make that decision.
We can have a screening. You could go through a whole screening process.
And then once you pass that screening process, sign on the dotted line.
Yeah. I think so, like sometimes I think to myself, just on a principle basis, it should be legal. Like if abortion's legal, then so should euthanasia be legal. But it should come down to state by state. Like it shouldn't be.
No, because that's just another picket line that people are gonna have to stand on one side or the other.
But you could vote on it, just like abortion.
Okay, but you see, what they messed up that whole abortion thing. It was good when it was just countrywide. Now you got certain states where they're now called safe havens. Where if you're in like Kentucky, you gotta go over to Maryland to go get your abortion, whatever.
Right.
And it's not clear cut why why one out of these 50 states are deciding to say, okay, well, we're not going to do it here. We gotta go do it over there.
But that's just like any issue, though. Think about guns. Think about, I don't know, gasoline. Think about speed tickets.
Right.
Like every state has different laws because people voted, right? Because we're the United States, but not everybody should live the same. Like New York shouldn't live like Texas. Texas shouldn't have to live like California. So I feel like if you support abortion, then I don't see how you could be against euthanasia.
No, it's hand in hand. It's two sides of the same coin. Whether you're
your body, your choice, man.
Yeah, you choose to go. I don't know. I support it. I think it should be done nationwide. Same thing with the death penalty. Now we're set at two sides of the same coin. We're all rolling the same dice here. It's like it's all the same to me. Let them go.
Yeah. Let's see here. Do you think that what you watch on porn has anything to do with you as a person?
I would hope not.
Don't judge me.
Yeah, don't judge me, man. Don't look at don't clear my history every once in a while, man. Cause, up to a certain point, I think so.
Yeah,
I think so, but not as the person that I would say put out, but the person very few people get to see.
Right.
Like
that real.
Right, because depending on who you are, if you're that type of machismo type of person where you take control in your daily life, you're that alpha male or alpha female, and you got to be the boss, you got to be in charge, and it may not reflect on your history because you might be into what they call cuck porn. Right. So now you may be that alpha bravo, type of person, but on the inside you go there and you secretly want somebody to bang your partner in front of you, and you have nothing to do with it.
Right.
You give up that control.
Right.
So it may not. I don't think it directly reflects on who you are as a person. Or you could be submissive in real life. You could be soft-spoken.
But your fantasy and what you're looking at.
Your fantasy is, BDSM. You're the one holding the whip.
You're that
and
anime
chain.
nerd girl.
Yeah. So I think it doesn't directly reflect on who you are.
I certainly hope not, because I've looked up things and I'm like,
yeah,
after you nut, you're like, Jesus, what did I do?
That post-nut clarity is humbling,
dude.
You don't humbling,
bro. I chuck my phone. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Woo.
Yeah, I ask myself that sometimes because, Yeah, like sometimes, dude, you know, sometimes you get into like weird trains of thought sometimes. Like, you know, when I had my substance abuse issues, dude, like I would get so lost in like some weird stuff, you know.
You go down a
like
dark rabbit hole.
Yeah, like drug induced homosexuality.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, what the hell is this? Like, is it, what is going on? But is it a reflection of, or if I'm looking up like, you know, glory hole stuff, for instance, is that a reflection of me as a person, or is it just the time and space of my train of thought at the time?
You can make an argument that it does reflect who you are. Let's say, glory hole, perfect example. You don't know what's on the other side of that wall, the door,
like
or
you're a risk
stall.
taker. Like
So
you're prone to risks.
You're
right.
a risk taker. You're willing to take the gamble for that satisfaction.
Right.
You know, and that can reflect to who you are. You know, you're a great business leader. You're willing to gamble, and you know,
that's what I'm saying.
succeed.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like so sometimes porn can be an indicator of who you are, like deep down. Like especially,
with deep down. Like I said, the person that very few people get to see. You know, like if I know who you are behind the scenes, and if I was to come across your porn history, I'm like, you know what, that makes sense.
Oh right.
That makes sense.
Right.
You would be into that. Yeah, I agree.
Damn. First of all, have you ever been on like any dating apps? Like,
yeah, I've been on quite a few. OkCupid, Happen.
oh, dude, I completely forgot about OkCupid.
Yeah, yeah, I've been.
That's how you know we're getting older.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That was
like
the protozoic dating app.
Yeah,
that was like before. Yeah.
I used to get my shit off on OkCupid.
All right, so now that we got that out the way, how long after the match do you mutually delete Tinder?
Whoo.
I feel like this is a big problem, right? So like two people, they match, they smashed, now they're hanging out. They're like, wow, I kind of like this person. This person's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, right.
But you met off the app. Do they still have theirs? Do you still have yours? People are still strolling in. People are still messaging. What is the etiquette? What are the rules? How long before you delete?
You don't delete. You don't delete.
You never delete.
No, because listen, I know what I'm on this app for. A quick smash, you know, or maybe to find a friends with benefits. I'm not on the app looking for my soulmate. And I think what happens is a lot of people fall down this like lust friendship where you smash and it's like, okay, this person's actually pretty cool. I can hang out with them. And then you hang out, you continue smashing. Now, is this exclusive?
What are we?
You know, what are we? Like, I think if you were to set a date, once we decide to, okay, you're not smashing nobody else, I'm not smashing nobody else.
Right.
All right, let's get this, then we can delete the app.
Right.
If we're still in this vague promiscuity area, I'm still swiping. You know?
Right.
I'm still swiping.
That's what I'm saying, because very rarely do people actually have that adult conversation of like, yo, I get we met off this app, but do you still have yours? Do I still have mine? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And it's almost like you don't really want to ask sometimes because you don't really want to know the answer, or maybe you don't want to ask because you know you still have it.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to get rid of it. Like, I have my feelings. It's like, okay, I don't want you smashing nobody. I actually think you're a cool person. Hey, you want to do this?
Right.
And then it's that awkward conversation. You don't want to ever have that awkward conversation, but most people don't want to have that awkward conversation. Just kind of like, let's just see where this goes, you know?
Right.
And then, 2 months later, she's moved in, and it's like,
well, this escalated.
Sheesh. I guess I got to get rid of it now. You don't want to do it under pressure. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? Is because once you feel like you have to say it, like a lot of people feel like you shouldn't have to say things.
Right.
And to a certain extent, I kind of do agree. Like, because if if you have to say it, then they didn't want to.
I think it's a cop out. I think you don't want to say it because you don't want that awkward conversation, but you need that awkward conversation. You need clarity, because then certain things don't come across. Common sense isn't common, you know. Like if we get it, we meet each other, we smash, we continue in this relationship. And then personal feelings get involved.
Speaking of feelings, you crying, bro? You got a little something right here on your eye.
Just bringing up a little traumatic experience. I'm talking from experience here. You know, and the next thing you know, she goes on and she smashes somebody else. Yeah. Right? And then you guys have grown close, but close to the point, okay, she's telling you, listen, I got this, I'm meeting this guy tonight. In her head, it is what it is. You know, right. She's letting you know because you guys are friends now.
You're not cuffed.
You
ain't cuffing this.
Cuffing this. Ain't no ring on this finger. Yeah. And then now you assuming on your own because you don't want to have the awkward conversation, thinking like, oh, you know, we're actually together. We're actually, because we're doing this. Especially if the rubber's off. If you smash it and there's no rubber, people get into this relationship. You get into this weird feeling like, I think we're in a relationship now. Yeah. And then she goes and she hits you. You hit her up like, "Yo, what's up? You good? You free tonight?" And she says, "No, I'm busy." Whoa. What you mean you're busy? You didn't tell me you had any plans. And then she's like, "I don't have to tell you anything." Boom.
You know what I mean?
So, just be clear, guys. Just be clear.
Just be fucking clear about it. Yeah. There's I forgot where I heard this saying. I wish I could go back and thank them. But it goes, you lose them where you find them. And what basically that means is if you found them at the club, that's where you're going to lose them.
You're going to lose them at the club.
If you found them at on the streets, that's where you're going to lose them, to the streets. If you found them on Tinder, that's how you're going to lose them. So, yeah. I always think about that, like whenever, you know, people are running into troubles or issues or whatever, right. Go back to the genesis, right? And that's why when people try to find love off these dating apps, I see this more from women than I do guys. Like, I don't know what other guys' dating apps look like. I've heard terrible reviews. But
it's hard out in these streets.
But I just kind of feel like what I observe from women in their bios is like, not here for hookup, here for relationships. Then how is everybody hooking up? Okay, if you're not here for hooking up, how is everybody getting pussy?
I think what they're migrating. So you got like, you know, the Christian mingles and farmers only and whatever. So those are like you're going different relationships. Now you go on these, you know, Tinder, Grindr apps, and it's like, you know why we're here. Don't
play coy with me. Don't
come on this app talking about you not here for a hookup. You know, you're looking for something real. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, you know? girls who have my son or my daughter's my world. Those are the biggest freaks. Those are the biggest freaks.
Yes.
Those are the biggest freaks. Yes. When they say that their son or daughter is their world, they're the biggest freaks. I'm not here for hookups. Yeah, best gluck.
Yeah. You know what you're here for. You don't want to admit it. It's cool. You want to keep your decency.
I get it.
Right? But I'm going to slide in that DM. Right? And you already know what time it is.
Because you're already a BM.
Yeah. Slide into the DMs of the BMs, man.
Yeah. It's funny, dude. It's funny the rituals, you know, because everybody, you know, I just want to keep it real. This and the third. It's like, but you're still playing around though. I think, you know what I think it is though? I think that people nowadays, they just want to, it's almost like sex musical chairs, and nobody wants to have the last seat. Like nobody wants to be left out.
Right.
It's fine once the music's playing, once you still got the options. Ooh, here we go. We're going around in circles. But somebody's going to have to get bumped off the freaking circle eventually.
Somebody.
Right?
Can't dance forever.
You cannot dance forever. Yeah. That's for damn sure. Last question. This one just came into my mind. Okay, so boom. How long after? All right, hold on. Let me redo this. Okay, so boom. Say you bust nut in a girl, right?
Right.
How long after that nut are you eating her out?
Oh.
Is it a right away thing? Is it a week out? Is it after a shower? Like what's your etiquette on that?
I can tell you my etiquette. My etiquette is depends on if I bust in her, then I might go down externally. Externally, I'm
Okay.
do the clitoral game.
Okay.
But I'm not diving in head first.
No.
Like I was in round one. No. You know, I'm not, or the pregame.
Yeah.
Nah. If I pull out and then bust on it, then it's game over, man. Round two starts and we just going straight at it.
Yeah.
That's the etiquette. Can I say I've always followed those rules? Listen, man, there's a lot of blurry nights out there, but that's my etiquette.
Yeah.
That's my etiquette.
I feel like me personally, if I'm busting nuts, I need at least 2 good showers before I go back down.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because sperm is sperm to me. I don't care if it's my own or somebody else's. Like it makes me queasy thinking about that. So it's like, for me,
the risk.
I need at least two good showers.
Okay.
Even if it's my own.
Okay, I respect that. But this brings up another question. Say she gives you head. And say you don't come in her mouth. She just gives you head.
Okay.
Do you kiss her afterwards?
So I actually used to be super no. I used to be definitively no on that. But then I just thought about it. I was like, oh, dude, my dick's clean. You know? Yeah, I won't love it. You know what I mean? I won't be thinking about what just happened.
But you won't scorn her.
I won't be a weirdo and be like, get the fuck out
go
of
brush
here.
your teeth. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no. But if I bust nuts.
Yeah, if you bust nut.
If I bust nut, then there's no way in fuck I am kissing your mouth. You gonna kiss this Listerine bottle.
Yes.
And hit that Colgate.
And then bring it back.
Yeah. Floss too.
I get it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's the principle.
I think it's the mental, at least for guys, because I've gone down on girls, and then in the heat of the moment, I would say they're fine with just making out. After I just go down on them, they want to they enjoy it. The thrill. Oh, let me taste that, whatever. And I'm like, okay, but then when it's like the tables are turned, it's us. It's like. Yeah,
but I think male nut is vastly different though.
It is.
It's the consistency.
It's not for me. You know, if I just glaze that thing up,
no,
can't do it.
No, I there was this guy in the army. He told me that he actually tasted his own. And I'm like, you're flirting too much. You're pushing the limit.
I've had that thought before, but I've never crossed
it's a slippery slope.
Once you start to taste your own, it's just like
yeah. Right.
Because what if your first thought is that's not that bad. Right. Whoa, okay, then it's like downhill from there. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you gave yourself fellatio and you're like, yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that? No,
No.
Not for to each his own, just not for me.
Yeah,
not for me.
Yeah.
Not for
you know
me.
what I mean?
I don't. You know,
you're entitled to do whatever you want.
Do what you want, but
do what you want.
I can't. There's certain lines.
But if you want it, yeah. There's definitely lines that shall not be crossed sometimes. You know, that's just like the same thing when like girls are always asking to play with your ass, and it's just kind of like, yeah, I hate when they say, oh, but it feels so good, and it's like, you know when when like crackheads say that crack feels good,
right?
I'm sure it does.
I am,
but I don't need
sure.
I don't need to find out.
No,
that's how I kind of feel like with my ass. Like I'm sure it does feel great, but do I need to find out? Nah, not really.
You know, they don't sign. They say, you know, the pleasure point is somewhere in there. You know,
it's like Narnia.
Yeah, it's a closet I'd rather not. Keep that door closed. Keep that door closed. That's not my fantasy. You know, no, thank you.
We're doing a survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with their friends and interact with their peers.